I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim in the... Oh, what the fuck was that, Reed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim in the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Oh, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Well, I guess I might as well see what I can get out of him. The ID number? Sure, why not? Not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. And this tells me something. It does, Your Honour. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defence has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
Take that!
Witness. Oh, fuck off. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, why, it's just I got confused. Fuck off! And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. Oh, this is correct then. The police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honour. I'm a defence attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto! Personnel IDs are top secret! Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Wait! That ID number we heard from the chief earlier, that started with 82... Oh, I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of the police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Sharp as a tack, Righto! Sharp as a tack! But wait, Detective Goodman, Detective Goodman is our victim! He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot! Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, in two completely different locations? Order! Order! Chief, what does this mean? No, what I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now wait just a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer Meek who brought you the news. Oh dear. Officer Meekings? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait. Ah. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. We've got your report, sir. You don't mean him? According to me, Kings, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right at the top of the report. Oh. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure an officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error. Gross negligence on your... Read. Fucking read it first. In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted the report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... He is fucking terrifying. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before a trial. This report wasn't on that list. So what does that mean? I couldn't submit this as evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! It seems we've come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all those rumours. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologise for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth! Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. It's the last thing I do. You better get the results this time! Really? You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution is required. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honour. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, I hope for your sake it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. Second investigation. Let's hope I don't get stumped this time.
Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused.
Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room.
What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car.
Well, that's what we're going to find out, or try to at least.
Alright, let's do it.
Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares?
Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in the evidence room. No biggie.
Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it.
That oil drum, was it empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister raising evidence of the crime scene? Never.
Even though she says they don't get along, Emma seems to really like her sister.
That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do and I trust her.
Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away.
Huh? Ignore the strength of my science at your own risk, Mr. Wright.
Huh? What's that grin for?
This situation calls for one thing, and that's luminol testing fluid.
Luminol?
Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there.
But the police have already done those tests.
Never trust anyone's always but your own, Mr. Wright. Let's just give it a try.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
We're testing bloodstains for this stuff, not drinking it.
Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses.
Huh? You have an extra pair of those things?
Test for blood reaction, display the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press the cross button to spray it on. Okay, let's find some blood stains.
I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is a blood stain?
It's so...
Emma, you're shaking.
It's just this is my first time seeing real blood.
Scientific investigation in action.
Okay, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course?
What's odd about this specifically? The amount, right?
The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fight here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? Oh, I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Oh, hey, Mr. Wright. I'm going to mark up the floor plans with the blood stain, okay? See? Pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Luminal testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Sky. A solution used for scientific investigation. Fine blood traces, spray to use. We can't be sure the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag the hidden evidence out to the light of day. Yeah. Feels like we're really investigating the crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this user spray on anything suspicious. Ha! Oh. I wonder how that fluid of yours will react to a nice deli box. Mister! You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of leading doesn't really leave my mouth watering. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starr, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that it wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You're lying on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah! I swear it's on my honour as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies, you know? I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect, and before long they called me Cough-Up Queen. Oh dear, I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go? Fired? I felt I'd found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. SL9? She doesn't mean... What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transfer the day the Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over, not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? damn it. There must be something I can present to her. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up queen, Wright. We found this ID cupboard here in the parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same idea as the man who was killed in the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Take a look at this. You! Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at it. You must have to brew these a long time. Oh, we have heard this before. A bottle of Edgeworth's knife, and it was struck found in Edgeworth's car. I think he owes me his gratitude. Gratitude? If I hadn't witnessed the crime, Mr. Edgeworth would have been the suspect. I wonder. Still, it's strange. Why didn't our chief prosecutor have her own murder weapon ready? Because when I grabbed the chief prosecutor on the shoulder, she dropped that phone on the pavement. That's when you heard her talking about the muffler, right? Little did I know it was a trap. The red car's muffler and the prosecutor's red muffler. What was Miss Sky really trying to say, I wonder? Ah, that's a point. I haven't actually investigated beyond the blood stain yet. Think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem, the hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes were the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like last time. Ah, here we go. There we go. That incident really opened my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable to who? 2 years ago was the biggest case I ever handled. The police and prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal goal was coming to them. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never found decisive evidence, not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed? On the basis of evidence of a sort, made-up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolman, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9. There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now, and no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell? There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Starr's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives of SL9 have disappeared, we found new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie. What? It seems you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on the investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall, Look, a door. That must mean something. I'm not sure the doors make. We've seen this before. Step ladder. That probably means she wasn't lying when she saw Miss Sky stab him. Where's the security guard anyway? Well, this is just something I heard, but apparently he went out to buy coffee for Miss Starr. That woman's a force to be reckoned with. A phone, let's see if it works. Oops. So this is the famous divider. It sure helped us knock a hole in that. Testimony today. Come to think of it, this divider helped our case more than the actual witness. The Great Divider, a chip off the old parking block. It's just a wall, scientifically speaking. So this is the famous oil drum. Well, no time like the present. I'll try kicking over myself. Yeah! That's okay. Don't cry. That Lana Sky must be a strong woman. That's about as red as a sports car can get. Yep, it's pretty red, alright. So the question is, why did Miss Sky choose his car? So what model car is it? I think this is called a sedan or a coupe or something like that. Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. Maybe it's about time I got my driver's license. That's where we found the note. 221 SL9, the SL9 incident. A case that was due for transfer on the day of the murder. And the detective in charge of the case was the victim. I wonder what kind of case this SL9 incident thing was. It's kind of hard to guess just knowing the case number. Yeah, we know about the rope. There. So Miss Starr climbed over that fence? It seems so, yeah. The fence is 9 feet high at least. Well, no time like the present, I'll give it a try. Ow! It's okay, don't cry. Maybe there's a Lunchland Olympics team. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go. Well, you never know where something might go down. So what kind of world do you think we live in? Wow, my mouth is watering. I can almost hear the sound of the steak frying on the grill. No doubt it's all cold and tough by now. No, I'm sure it's delicious. Miss Starr poured her heart into making it. As long as she didn't put any other organs in there. Let's see. Ingredients, meat. She must mean beef. She probably just wrote it generically. Yeah, let's hope so. Of course, as a scientist, I have to check what additive she used. Go to town. Huh. It says there, hours of sweat and labour. So that's why the sauce is so salty. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Is there a lasso at the door? What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh! What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly. It's imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Look on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. but the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Oops. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use his computer to check on who went in and out of there. Yikes, those sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti, they're a lot like my sister actually. How so? Encased in a cold rigid shell with spines pointing out in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There's a security guard uniform hanging there. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. Leather jacket, leather pants, leather... What's that thing called again? A paunchy, pinchy, a poochie? That probably wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. This swing door makes the place look some kind of saloon. But it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went through it here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it was more of a yah myself. Well, that was kind of a waste of time. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please. Huh? Wasn't that? One state latch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Nah, there's no time for chit-chat. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a state latch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Oh. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We caught our criminal, now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean, you heard about the stabbing in the police... Bloody hell. You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? Yeah. Yes, we don't need the flashbacks. It's the biggest scandal hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need a state lunch pronto. Staying around here isn't going to fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head down to the detention centre, pal. Questions should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran off the evidence room. Well, this investigation's off to a running start. What's that on the Blue Badger? The Blue Badger's still riding around today. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department have been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. How do I use the spray? There we go. Huh. Guess it's not a thing after all, then. I could have sworn that handprint wasn't there before. Well, never mind. Everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down in the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Oh, it makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check the police department crime scene. Yeah, she sounded dead set on investigating, but don't mess up or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants any more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't seem like anyone's going to help us much either. Chief of Detectives, fleet to his computer. Detective killed the evidence room? Tell no one outside the police department? Oh, I told that old lady at the restaurant everything. Someone's getting a demotion. Oh, I don't think I'll get anything out of these lots. You never do. I know, the killer used dry ice. If you put it between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut. This is good. I win a writer's award for sure. He's not writing a report, he's writing a novel. Anything about the computers? Nope. Still, I do feel better about things a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I say I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Officer Meekins. You're a guard here at the detention centre. No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir, I'm how should I say this, Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meekins, you did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reported, sir. What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Alright, Lee Evans, what you got for us? Sir, I'm patrolman of General Affairs, sir. Ow! I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now the security officer was none other than Jake Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. Ow! What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went right. I saw red, I blacked out. And then when I came to, I was here in the detention centre. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir, so I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you're the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with the sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well at that. Sure, I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or total stranger, I'd say he leans heavily to total stranger side. So you didn't know it? Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why'd you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, Don't you think you should just confess? But, sir, there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? And when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Officer Meek, let's have a look at this. Go ahead, sir. Laugh at me, sir. Huh? I know what you want to say. You're going to tell me how she has one just like it. Me? Why would I? I know, sir, I know. It's the only one without a girl with the matching badges. Nowhere. I'm alone, all alone. Is that so wrong? No, Meekings. No. She's a minor. Life isn't all about high school sweethearts and youthful romance, sir. Is he talking about those badges on her coat? I like to think there's a difference between my badge and a fashion accessory. Think you could take a look at this? Hey, that's it, sir. That's it. That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. I better pry into this little one a little deeper. Tell me what you do remember. Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman who was in the evidence room, and that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room. I asked the man to show his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. Well, that's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto others before they do unto you. My father's words, sir. So what happened? then? Well, my eyes, sir, everything went right. When I awoke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why is it they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim who we met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim is really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. But I did say something about those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out is there. It's me, it's on tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Guess we better go check out the crime scene.